What's up, everybody? Miami Heat, they lose. They get the absolute kicked out of them by the Milwaukee Bucks tonight so badly that Turner Sports saved them the embarrassment of having the fourth quarter played for the nation, and they bumped it to True TV, which I did not have. And I had to go find on a pirate site to, for whatever reason, torture myself. You know, I might as well have done it with nipple clamps chained up to a car battery because I just enjoy punishing myself so much. But the Miami Heat lose to the Milwaukee Bucks on a not even close today. The final score here was 125-96. Happy anniversary to the Terry Rozier trade, and we celebrate that day by recognizing that the Miami Heat today had Terry Rozier playing with the Rooks in garbage time. He was out there with Pelle Larsson, Josh Christopher, Keyshawn Johnson, and Haywood Highsmith on the same day that Damian Lillard had his first Bucks triple-double. So, I mean, just Jimmy Butler's home, suspended, Heat just sitting here. And look, I don't know how much you want to break down the game. I mean, like, to be fair on this game, it was a really, really stupid game. I'm not making excuses for the Miami Heat because certainly the Bucks had a harder day. They, basically got to the game 45 minutes, rolled up on the game, looked like they basically used the first 6 minutes of the game to warm up. The Heat were up 20-5 to start this game and then seemingly could not hit a shot the rest of the way. It was some of the dumbest basketball I've ever seen in my life to end the first half of this game. The Miami Heat, I mean, they ended this second quarter letting Milwaukee go on a 15-2 run, but it should have been a 9-2 run. Like, it should have been, all right, that's fine. Tyler Hero, which this got ripped by Chris Quinn at halftime to Stephanie Reddy. Tyler Hero takes a shot for no reason. The Miami Heat are already in a spot where it's like, all right, you know what? Lick your wounds. We're down 10. Maybe you make a shot here. We're down 7. We go into halftime. Instead, Tyler Hero shoots the ball. It's rebounded. Damian Lillard shoots a 3. Duncan Robinson fouls him. He's shooting a 3, so he goes to the line for 3 shots. He's Damian Lillard, so of course he makes all 3. There's 1.1 seconds left. Just get to the locker room. No. Kel'el Ware, who, put up another big scoring game for himself, today. Third straight game, over 20 points for Kel'el. He was he the leading scorer today for Miami? I believe he was. Yes, he was. The Heat could have hit the broadside of a barn from downtown today. It was ridiculous. Look at this today. What did they shoot? 34 of 92 from three-point range. In a game where the Bucks were 46 of 98. They almost got him 100 threes in this game. Gary Trent Jr., 7 of 10. Damian Lillard, 5 of 14. Crazy. Wow. But yeah, Kel'el finished with a nice game. He had some sick alley-oops, but if you wanted the pain of a young team, and I am for playing the young guys, but you got some of that growing pain tonight. First of all, you had the start by Pelle Larsson, who had 3 fouls in the span of 2 minutes, and so he's yanked after his first NBA start immediately. Spo was laughing at it. I don't think he was laughing by the end of it, but yeah, so getting back to the end of the second quarter, so Tyler shoots a 3 with time left for whatever reason. Bad decision. Duncan fouls Damian Lillard shooting a 3. Worst decision. And yet somehow not the worst decision which was Kel'el Ware passing it to nobody and leaving the Bucks with 1.1 seconds on the clock. They inbound it to Damian Lillard, who sinks a three at the halftime buzzer and puts the Bucks up 71-55, and they end the quarter on a 15-2 run. And mind you, this was a quarter where the Heat gave that up. On top of it, they had a weird-ass third-look three from Damian Lillard where I think it was maybe Trent Jr. or Torbert, I forget, but missed a three, bang, goes right to Lillard. He shoots a three, bricks it so hard it goes right back to him. He hits another three, and so then he hits a three. But that was also right before the referees missed a Bucks turnover, and it then gets turned into a jump ball because none of the three blind mice saw where the ball went. So it's a jump ball. Milwaukee gets it to Gary Trent Jr., who starts off the game 5 for 5 with a three. So really, you had just 12 inexplicable points just given to Milwaukee in this. Mind you, the Miami Heat couldn't hit the broadside of a barn today. I'm not trying to tell you this game would have not resulted in a loss, but it was a bananas-ly stupid game. Really, really dumb. I mean, it crazy to me. So, I'm having a tough time to wrap my arms. If you want to do X's and O's, you guys don't come to me for that anyway. I'm just sitting here down bad, dude. That game was, oh my God, it was a rout. And then they come out of the, Stan Van Gundy kept making this point where he's like, man, the Heat are getting a lot of good looks. Duncan Robinson comes out of the gate of the third quarter today, wide open threes. Couldn't be more open. Duncan Robinson having time to tie his shoes before shooting the ball. Brick. He was 3 of 12 from downtown today. Tyler Hero, 4 of 13. Kel'el Ware was 2 of 7. I don't know if I like Kel'el. I like when you shoot the three, dude. I don't know if I want half your shots being 3-point shots. Because I feel like if you mix that up and that's down to 3 and the rest of those are in the paint, you might have a 30-piece today, my friend. But you're still fun to watch nonetheless. I mean, look, the alley-oops that he crams down are tremendously fun. Easily the most entertaining part of the game today. Nikola Jovic, 2 of 6. Not an impressive game from him. Jaime Jaquez. This was the one thing that was weird about Pella starting, to be fair. I know Pella had a really nice performance the last game. To me, if I was Eric Spoelstra, if I were to do one thing, and I know he likes to do this thing on an earning basis, I feel like I would have come out of the gate with no Jimmy. I feel like the obvious move there was to start Jaime Jaquez Jr. He did not. He started Pella. Jaime just, for whatever reason, doesn't seem like he comes in off this bench role very good. It's weird how some guys can take to it and some guys can't. And I'm not, he's going to have to figure it out because I don't think today earned him anything of getting a starting spot. But Nico's like a duck to water in the bench role. He did a great job. Jaime, I don't know. He just seems better suited in that starting spot. He may go back there. Clearly the coach does like and has wanted to play Pella. And it was interesting. I don't know how many of you guys heard this, and I can't blame you if you didn't stick around. But apparently Stan Van Gundy was making the point that they even wanted to get Keyshawn Johnson more minutes, that they really, really like Keyshawn Johnson. And he played in garbage time there at the end with his wingman, Terry Rozier. Now, he did miss 2 free throws at the end that won the arena free chicken wings. That wasn't great. But I found that interesting that they just threw that nugget in there. That Spo is pretty high on the praise of KJ. So just keep that in mind if you see at some point he's thrown in there to get to all this. Matchup wise today, Bam Adebayo, thought he got off to a really good start in this game. And then, kind of typically a couple don't go for him. And then it seems like the bugs get up there a little bit and he's hesitant. I mean, Giannis gave him the business today. There's no doubt about that. So Miami now is under 500, 21-22. That is the first time Miami is under 500 since game 19 of the season when they were 9-10 after getting killed by Boston. And this was interesting because I believe this really went into Miami's, I would say, arguably their best stretch of the season. And honestly, probably around Jimmy Butler's best basketball of the season. He didn't play in that Boston game on the road, right? What was he out for in that game? Knee issue. That's right. Yeah, he didn't play in that Boston game. Then he comes back. Did he come back for the Lakers game? I believe he did. Yeah. They came back for the Lakers game, sent the Lakers into a tailspin. Yeah, so the Heat, they were 19, so they got drubbed by Boston. Then they lose, go to 9-10 on the season. It's the last time they've been over 500. Then they won 4 straight. Arguably had, their strongest win of the season when they beat Cleveland. But they beat the Lakers, sent them into a tailspin. They beat the Phoenix Suns. They beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. They beat Toronto. And then, of course, they had the overtime loss. Not Spogate. They had it was actually the last road game that Jimmy Butler played. And it was really the last game that Jimmy Butler played hard for the Miami Heat all the way. They lose in overtime. They do not. Their win streak is snapped. And then we all know what happens. Then we go into Sickgate. So, and Miami's never really been able to get themselves over the hump of 3 over 500. But today, it was one of those games where it's like, I think it's more big picture depressing than it is just the game. Like, look, the Bucks have been playing really good basketball since the start of the season. But it's hard not to be a Heat fan, and they even bring it up on the broadcast. It's hard not to mention whenever these two teams that Damian Lillard, they said this on the broadcast, that Damian Lillard wanted to be in Miami. And yeah, we know. Thank you. And so now you've had a week where Joe Cronin drubbed you, and now Damian Lillard kicked your ass for the second time this season. This time he had Giannis, gets his first triple-double, and your counter move to that was Terry Rozier. And he's out here playing in garbage time at the end. Oof. Hard times, man. Hard times down here for the Heat.